This is
Talk about all the pressure now.
Rick, introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, I'm Rick Willits. I'm the Director of Community Engagement here at We Care Arts. Happy to give a tour to the Civitan group here today. So I share this hallway. This is the entrance to this building that we use for the artist clients. We've been around for over 40 years. We've been in this building physically for 20 years and started in the basement of an East Dayton church. As a kind of a reaction to the automotive layoffs and crisis when Terry Chenault, the founder, saw a rise in domestic violence and also just the unemployment, and realized that art might be a thing that could kind of refocus people and help kind of bind the community together. So it's grown. We now serve individuals diagnosed with developmental disabilities, substance use disorder, and mental health diagnoses. These are our primary. The ages of our artist clients range from 18 years old all the way to our oldest artist client is 87 years old. So this hallway, we have an art curator that rotates in and out this art 4 or 5 times a year. Right now, what you see on the right-hand side of the hallway is a lot of the stuff from Mental Health Awareness Month. And this display was on a road show. It was at Fairfield Mall for the Mental Health Awareness Month. And then we also did Autistic Awareness Month as well, and that's a lot of the stuff you see on the left side is autism. I always point out 2 of my favorite stories about this. Is this one right here with the train and the tunnel was designed by a young man diagnosed with autism, and he loves trains. And when he did this piece of art, they have a chance to sometimes share why they did what they did. And he said that when he came here, he felt like he was in a dark tunnel, and now he can see the light. And I said, wow, those are great stories. This one as well, this was a young man that has depression, and he basically said, people don't realize that sometimes you just have to look harder, but there's still beauty in blue. And so, he did a princess that's in the woods, but did kind of the dark forest scene with the blue, but also like pulled out, if you notice, he glued some sequins, and he also did some other touches to he dyed the photo and then added like the sequins to it, to like a pretty princess.
It's a beautiful collage, right?
Isn't it amazing, right? And then just a lot of different mediums. You see somebody that actually stretched a piece of fabric over wood and then stitched in the letters, and then also then attached paint around the border of it. So just some really creative individuals. We do a lot of funding through grants. So we're about $1 million nonprofit. We rely on grants for a lot of our projects, a lot of our programs. This art cart, for example, was a grant through the Culture Works. Our wood shop actually built the grant, but the artist clients painted it, and we use it for a lot of pop-up displays. We'll take it outside for our trunk or treat here in a couple weeks. We'll take it to different shows. We had it at Holiday at Home, because it kind of folds open and you can put stuff in it, and it all comes apart. You could put it in the trunk of your Honda Civic based on how it comes apart. So we have 4, as I mentioned, we have 4 classrooms here at We Care Arts. Part of COVID, so we used to have all the classes, I guess, pre-COVID, where everything was together in one big community room. In COVID, it forced us to split classes into smaller areas. And after we came out of COVID, a lot of the artist clients said they liked the smaller classroom settings. Some students, some individual artist clients like the bigger classroom settings. So we kept the smaller classes. It allows us to also do pop-ups and do different kind of class settings for the 6-week pop-up class in ceramics or drawing, just different focuses, but also allows the individuals to build some community. The wall that you're looking at there was the prompt from the late spring. And what I think is neat about some of the prompt paintings that we do is everybody gets the same little 12 by 12 wooden canvas, but the prompt is simple and it's called In Bloom. So what you see is what everybody interprets when they hear the phrase in bloom. You can kind of see the variety of the work that they come up with. The other thing you'll notice all around We Care Arts as we walk around today is our trunk or treat is October 26th. And one of the things that they wanted to do was the theme of scarecrows, but a We Care Art version of a scarecrow. So you see every class came up with a different theme. And we've been working on our scarecrows for about half of the class for the last couple of weeks. I can point to my class because I've been subbing in a class for the month of September, and I have a student of 6 women ranging from age probably 20 something up to 80 something. And 2 of my students loved Disney, so they wanted to do something Disney inspired. So they came up with their own version of a Disney princess. So our princess is Princess Wika, as in We Care Arts. So she's a hippie princess. We tie-dyed her dress, we made her jewelry, they painted her face, and they made her hair out of yarn and wove flowers into it. So just a lot of fun themes that are coming out of the projects. We also have an encouragement board. So, a lot of people go through a lot of things in life. And so it's just an opportunity for individuals to share positive message, positive affirmations with their classmates or with anybody else that just feels like they need a moment. Our classes are not just come in and do art from 9 to noon. Sometimes we do breathing, sometimes we do meditation, sometimes we write encouragement. Sometimes there's positive affirmations. A lot of times at the end of class, you have an opportunity to share kind of why you designed what you designed and what was your inspiration behind it. So again, the mission of We Care Arts is to empower healing through art and community. So the community aspect of what we do is really, really important. Again, everything, I would say 2 things about everything you see on the walls. Everything that you see on the walls was created by an artist client diagnosed with developmental disability, mental health diagnosis, or substance use disorder, and everything you see on the walls is for sale. So a lot of times people do a tour and they're like, I want to buy that. So we pull it off the wall, and if there's a sticker on the back, meaning that the artist client wants to sell it, then we can sell it, and they have an opportunity to earn commissions. If one of our artist clients designs and creates art in the class using We Care Arts materials, time, teaching, they earn a 30% commission on what they create. If they take their skills and they go home and they create it and they bring it in and want to sell it in one of our 2 stores or online, they can earn a 70% commission. So it's an opportunity for them to make a little extra money based on what they're doing and what they're working on. I think you've all met our wonderful admin, Nicole. She wears about 10 different hats. She runs our facilities. She handles a lot of the grant work. She writes a lot of the thank you notes to our donors. So no place is successful without somebody that smiles at you when you come in the front door, and even though they've got about 800 things that they're doing at once. The one thing that I mentioned about the store is we have 3 programs. We have Artworks, which is, the people that are doing the classes here. We have outreach, so we do work with a lot of different organizations, Daybreak, Miracle Clubhouse, YWCA. We work in senior centers, nursing homes, community centers, the Cancer Infusion Center. We offer classes through outreach. We also have a program that does work with our schools. I'll mention that in a little bit, but the store also to me is an opportunity to talk about the 3rd program. It's called Employment Services, where we work with individuals through like job coaching. And our focus obviously is retail, since we have this store, we have the Town and Country store, and then we have an online store. The other thing I mentioned, or you can kind of see in the store, is the variety and diversity of the art that they work on. We have classes that range from ceramics to fibers to painting to drawing to jewelry making. It kind of covers the beachfront. We do woodworking. Our artist clients don't get to go to the wood shop, but let's say you have an idea and you want this pumpkin, right? You can draw the design that you want. The wood shop will create it in there, and I'll show you the wood shop with all their tools. And then the artist client has an opportunity to paint it and design it the way they want it. So, like cutting boards, just all kinds of different stuff.
You still have your place at the,
Town and Country Shopping Center?
yeah.
Yep, absolutely. We're right in front of Joseph A. Banks. And we're really excited because the traffic that we now get with the Raw store has really increased, and they're adding a Five Below right next to the Ross. So that's going to be a really busy area now. It's called the Town and Country Shopping Center.
But what's there?
Oh, Ross, Dress for Less, and they're adding a Five Below, which is like a five.
What do you have there?
Oh, we have a gift shop there.
So something like this.
So we
is
have
there?
something like this at Town and
okay.
Country, and it also is our home for our employment services. So a lot of our individuals that maybe they want to work in a retail center
Yeah,
after they go
yeah.
through here, they can go work at the store
Okay.
at Town and Country and learn retail skills,
Oh, wow.
job development, resume creation, all that kind of stuff.
I'll leave it up here for whatever.
The other thing I share that kind of came out of COVID was we realized that a lot of individuals, Al's still shopping.
Wow.
The other thing that came out of COVID is we realized that not everybody wanted to come back to live programming, right? They were more comfortable in a home setting, or it was travel prohibitive. A lot of people have travel problems, so we offer virtual programming, and virtual programming provides these kits so people can just pick up these art kits, and then they join the class on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, and the class is live, and you're in class with other people. I mean, in this class, for example, there's 3, 4, 8, 9, so there's 9 people in this class.
Wow.
They work on the art project together in their own home. They interact. The teacher provides the direction. They can chat, use the chat function, and work on their art project. I think this project is just making some Halloween bats. So just fun stuff for the virtual programming. And again, that way it doesn't really matter. We're looking, right now, this is all over the greater Miami Valley, but we are hoping that we're looking at opportunities that we're going to look at a shipping partner and see if we can offer some virtual programming where we might be able to send these art kits out further out than just the greater Miami Valley. This is our largest classroom space. So like I said, this facility, we moved into it in 2004. What you're looking at right here is the original farmhouse, and it serves as our administrative offices. So I think that farmhouse is 110 years old. So we are in a building. We had to put a roof on it this year, so we had to write a couple grants to put a roof on it. This building needed a new roof after 20 years. So we had to write $60,000 worth of grants to put a new roof on it. And same thing with our basement. We have to do some grant funding to upgrade our basement. We need a French drain and some kind of
Sarah's mom.
Oh, nice. How's she doing?
so this is our biggest classroom space. This is the zone 2-3 space. So again, all classes used to be packed in here. We'd have 30 or 40 people in here twice a day. And then the gift shop used to be bigger, and then there was a ceramics room in the back. But this now is just a larger space. Some of the bigger classes will be held in here. We also do a visiting artist once a month where an artist from the community comes in, teaches a new technique, shares some exciting stuff that they're doing. They work on a group project together. We also have other community events in here. We have our artist client, Thanksgiving, Christmas, just other large group classes. Again, another grant that we wrote we have a fibers class, a sewing class on Thursday afternoons where the sewing machines come out. They can drop down the power cords. They don't become a trip hazard. And these tables, everything can be rearranged depending on what the need of that particular class is. We'll continue back here.
Okay.
So when we did the virtual classes, we did create this virtual studio. So all the virtual classes are recorded in there. We also record, all the classes for transition to work. So the one of the biggest programs, the fastest growing program we have is a program that we utilize with area high schools. In Ohio, there's a program for any student that's in a special needs classroom. It's called Transition to Work. It's offered to them from, I think, like age 16 to 22. And we provide 10-week art kits now to over 500 students across the greater Miami Valley. We've grown this program. When I got here last year, we were serving 14 schools in 5 counties, and we distributed like 300 art kits. This year alone in the fall, Fuyao Glass America packed 400 art kits for the fall term for 20 schools, and we just had 2 more schools that have signed up. We just got a grant from the Thomas B. Fordham Foundation for $10,000 because they want to fund the same program in the charter schools in Dayton. So these kits are going out to Dayton Leadership Academy. And what the best part about these kits is there's 10 projects in the kit. All the supplies are included in the kit. They get a link to the YouTube videos so the teacher can show the YouTube video, pause it, interact.
Yeah.
They can do it on their own schedule, and it augments the mandatory program for the special needs classrooms. It truly is my favorite program, to the point that we are looking at not only continuing to grow it in the Miami Valley, but we are looking to brand it and take it outside of even Ohio, because every state has this state mandated program, and art programs are getting cut across the country. And the fact that we have the videos that they don't have to be an art teacher, and all they have to do is buy the kit. The kit provides the 10 projects for only $120. If you went on Amazon to buy a 10-week art kit, it'd be about $288. So it's way less than half the cost, and they get 10 weeks of projects with, like I said, I mean, the supplies are not just, cutouts. I mean, they get a pack of colored pencils, and they get stuff that they can use even after they're done with the art kit itself.
Very nice.
Yeah, it is bar none my favorite program. All right, we'll keep this moving. So we just have a teacher's lounge here, nothing too exciting.
Oh, come on, I'm plenty exciting in
There's
here.
we have exciting people in there, but nothing exciting in the lounge.
Hi, guys.
That's JJ teaching
Hey, JJ.
a couple different classes for us. The other thing we have going on, and I'll show you some of the art from it. We rely a lot on community events. Like I said, we have a trunk or treat, we have a cookie walk. This is an event we've rebranded. So we've done, just like every other nonprofit, we have a gala. But what we have done with our gala is we have paired 30 of our artist clients with 30 community artists, and together they are working on a collaborative piece of art. They started in July. They're working on the piece of art now, and then it'll be part of on our gala in February.
All those pieces.
All the
of
pieces
artwork.
that they've created, yeah. And I'll show you.
Something you
kinds
could
of
do
stuff.
this.
I know.
Show you how neat this is. So we have a kitchen. This was supposed to be a grant funded project in 2024, but because of the roof, we had to put it on pause. But we have a high need and desire for culinary arts. And so the thought is that we would redo this kitchen, make it accessible. That way we could do accessibility training, but we could also offer culinary arts and teach people the skills that they would maybe want to have in terms of diet and baking and cooking for their needs. So it's going to be a project we're going to look at it here again in 2025.
Wonderful.
And we're going to actually tear out that wall that's facing on that side and expand it into the classroom.
How much would something like that cost to do?
Well, I guess depending on the phases that we do. So Lowe's has offered us a community grant for appliances, and Messer Construction is invited us to apply for a grant because they allow a lot of their people to work on a project. So once we get those two things in place, I think the balance of the funds needed might be somewhere around 25 to 50,000, just depending on the cost of the wall. But we did have somebody come in and peek at it. There's nothing structural in there. There's a plumbing pipe that they have to move and a few electrical outlets, but nothing structural on that wall. So that was a big plus in terms of the overall budget of the project. So these, you can kind of see some of the stuff that the collaborating artists are working on. This is called cold wax. So Carol O'Neill and Andy F are working on this cold wax project. Mike Elsis and Vicky are doing some really cool stuff. They're putting acrylic. You can, that's metal.
Yeah.
So they're gonna build out a multi-dimensional wall of different types of pieces that are gonna create. They have, I mean, you can see like they're playing around with some really cool patterns and palettes, and then they're gonna put it all together. If you've seen Mike's stuff at the Fairfield Mall, he does some really crazy cool stuff. This is called Alcohol Inks. This is John Fablio, who is from LW Architects, is working with Rachel, and they're going to do a 3D rendering
Look at
of
that.
We Care Arts. So it's an architect and an artist that loves to do miniatures.
Yeah.
Are going to do a thing for We Care Arts, which is going to be really neat. That's just acrylic with some sawdust mixed into it. This artist is doing like collaging. They're doing like 4 different collaging pieces. And then you have Tim and Elizabeth are doing some portraiting together, multi-faces. Todd, they're doing a really cool 3D piece. It's gonna pop off that. It's a if you travel, there's a famous picture from Italy, and this will actually come off the picture. It's all the houses that are all up against a hill in Italy. This is Samantha and Christina are doing some watercolor work. So it's just been really neat to watch these projects come together. There's, like I said, 30 of them all spread out throughout this building.
This is so good to know.
Yeah, we're a hidden gem, I think. I wish we weren't so hidden.
A bunch of calendars.
Yeah.
Okay. And you want them?
It would depend on a project. So those kind of things, they like to do collaging with those calendars.
Sure.
I'd have to, usually what I do is I tell people the answer is maybe. I just need to talk to Anna in programming because it always depends on what's coming down the pike.
Yep.
Dan and I met each other at art class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's really awesome.
Oh,
He used
that's
to
awesome.
teach art.
Al, will you pull that door shut as you walk out? Now, this is not too often do I show people bathrooms on tours, but I think it's funny that we have 5 bathrooms here, and one day in the fall, all the teachers had an in-service day, and we were talking about how boring we're in our studio and our bathrooms are boring. So for the next couple weeks leading up to a work in-service day, we all had to ideate and create our bathroom concept. So each bathroom has a different theme. Like this bathroom is Monopoly.
Oh, that's good.
Look at this.
So yeah,
I like that.
so our bathrooms even have an artistic flair to them.
You've heard of Kohler?
Yeah.
Okay. They have a museum up in Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And it's big, probably 20 to 30 bathrooms.
Right.
All
Same
different
themes. Yeah. So we're just doing a little fun.
Free parking.
Again, like even
sorry.
humorous to say that you don't need to make the HIPAA informational poster boring. Put it in a fun frame, right? The last 2 things from an artistic standpoint. Well, actually, there's 2 stops on the tour left, but I'll show 2 things from an artistic standpoint. So we one of the visiting artists that came in. One of our visiting artists that came in wanted to do something that was interactive. So I think there were 40 people in this visiting artist class. And what she did was she had a mystery bag with just 3 colors and a brush. And then it was called a Pass the Palette. So what you see on this wall is she had an egg timer and she explained the project, and every 3 minutes, the palette that you were working on got passed, and then you had to continue to work on what was ideated before you. So it was like speed dating with art, yeah. So this art got passed around. So what's really crazy about this wall that you're looking at is 40 different people worked on each one of those pieces with the color that they had in front of them. Yeah. So what we decided, or what the artist wanted to do, was she donated all the supplies, all the materials, the artist worked on it, and at the end of the event, we have a donor night coming up in middle of November, and we're gonna let our donors each pick one of those off the wall. Because this wall changes all the time.
Those are awesome.
Isn't that really neat?
They
This
are.
one got 3 colors and they were all different colors.
Yeah, so like I actually sat in there. My 3 colors were 2 shades of green and a shade of tan. So anywhere you see, there were other people who had different colors of green, but like I could point to you and tell you, like this one, for example, I know I was part of this one. This was my color green right here. So I splotched some green on these things, and then I made these little lines with the tan that you can kind of see behind it.
Phenomenal.
That was just my little input on that piece of art. But it was great to see just the big community, and you'd get it passed, and everybody would look at it for about a minute and be like, I don't know if I want to do anything with this. This one looks so good, and just the uniqueness. I mean, like the fact that a turtle came out of that one is insane, because I remember that one being passed to me, and when I got it, all it was like this stuff in here. Like there was no turtle head or fins, and then by the time it got around, like somebody had like turned it into a turtle.
Amazing.
I would have never thought it was going to wind up that. But yeah, so fun stuff that gets done in those visiting artist classes. This primarily is one of the ceramic rooms. A lot of it, and then this is also a room. I'll explain production art in a second when I talk about the Possibilities Project. But this is also 2 days a week. There's a production art class in here, and they do scaled artwork for different community organizations. We do have a kiln room, so we fire glass and pottery.
Oh, you got a kiln?
Yeah, so we fire both glass and pottery for different things. There was I don't have any more of the glass in here, but you can kind of see a lot of the stuff that people have in process. Some stuff that's been formed, some stuff that's been glazed, some stuff that's been painted, and then we also get some pre-made pieces that they'll actually paint and then put into the glass kiln to give it a different look as well. But again, variety of skill sets, variety of interest areas. I've had a blast watching the one come along, the one with the birds on it. That one's been being painted as we go. It's one person that comes in once every 2 weeks, and it was neat to watch it go from nothing to where it is now.
Ways to go. It'll be nice when it's done.
And then the last stop on our show, this is just marketing. This is our marketing class, our room, and we actually have a partnership that we just launched last week. We finalized it. We just launched this thing called, so our artist clients love to make gift cards. So we are partnering with Goodwill, Easter Seals, and we're starting with 2 stores, Kettering and Oakwood, where we will be selling seasonal cards. And like, so you get what, in this one you get like 10, you get 6 cards for $7.50. So, you know, $1.10 a card.
Yeah.
And you can buy like these little individual ones just with different designs, but again, all designed by our artist clients. And this one is being built out and set up. We've delivered Ketterings. We're building out Oakwoods right now as we speak. And if it goes well in those 2 pilot locations, Matt Arndt said, you know, we're welcome to expand to any and all of their 38 stores.
Congratulations.
So that's going to be a great project to get our stuff out there. This is what I wanted to share. So production art. This is the final 2 pieces. We did a 3-phase project for Boonshoff School of Medicine, and they had big blank walls in their business, and they wanted them to be. We ideated, so the Possibilities Project will meet with a client. We've done stuff at CareSource, 5 Rivers Metro Health. We've done stuff with the YWCA. Wright State has been a big supporter of ours, and we work with them. They pick the colors they want. We work out a couple different ideas on designs. They pick the one that they want, and then we go ahead and create it. So this koi pond fish theme is the last phase for a 3-part project we did with Wright State University, and these will be delivered on Friday to them.
Was this an art project?
What's that?
The lights.
Oh no, this was just our marketing person not wanting the glare
They
lights.
bought those?
They just bought them and pinned them up.
That's really kind of cool.
Yeah, she just wanted a different feel in the marketing room. Those overhead lights do get a little annoying.